Sure. So, that is probably the the most asked question of
Okay.
us, is that as they're kind of planning for, and we're helping them kind of prioritize and strategize about what is that recall going to look like for the employers. The most asked question is, well, what happens if an employee says, I'm not ready to come back?
Hmm.
I'm afraid to come back.
Sure.
What can we do as an employer? And it really, again, depends on what the situation is. And I keep going back to communication because I truly believe communication is key, right? Employers should have that dialogue with that employee or those employees to find out what is it that is causing them to be fearful to come back to work. Outside of the protections that do exist for them, right? So, for instance, under the new CARES Act, under the new Expanded Family Medical Leave Act, under any type of disability accommodation, reasonable accommodation things, if someone is just afraid to come to work, there really is no protection for that employee per se.
Okay.
But but I do think that it's important for the employer to have a dialogue with that employee. Maybe they're concerned about the fact that we're in an office building that they don't know how it's being cleaned right now. So the employer then needs to say, okay, let's figure out what is the safety protocol in our office. What can we do to kind of eliminate some of these concerns and these fears? So it goes back to, again, communication, right? That having that dialogue.